Lantern Cove, a town that just can't seem to catch a break recently. Gas leak, a serial killer, and now a junior prom ruined by the vandalistic actions of local hoodlums. But you and I, dear listener, know that that's a lie, don't we? There was no vandalism and no hoodlums, at least not of the human variety. Instead, the Lantern Cove High School junior prom was invaded by strange, semi aquatic humanoids with the intent of bringing into the world some sort of unseen, tentacled something, which sought out and found several targets before being sent back to where it came from by the heroic actions of our protagonists. Said protagonists, in extremely varied levels of sobriety, retreated from their failed prom in their rented limousine. During the ride, the stress and intoxication got the better of some of them, and there was some altercation. As a result, Chris, Olive, and Aaron left to take Aaron home and spend the rest of the night by themselves, while Clark, Atticus, Freya, Molly, Gus, and Jess entered Clark's house, only to find Angie, Clark's sister, on the kitchen floor, having apparently had a seizure. We go there now. Angie is on the floor, and Clark is with her, having turned her onto her side. Jess is quick as a flash, kneeling by her, checking to make sure she didn't injure her head in the fall. Just as your thoughts are turning to the possibility of calling 911, Angie's eyes flutter open.
Ange?
Whew.
Angie, okay?
That was a pretty bad one. Hey, you're all here.
Do you feel pain anywhere in your head? You okay?
I feel alright. My neck kind of hurts. I think I was laying on it wrong.
Okay. Gonna go through some routine questions.
Okay.
What day is it?
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's Friday night. It's your prom night.
Technically, it's Saturday morning, but yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Get on with your questions.
Okay. What's your name?
Angie Fairchild.
Okay. What's the last thing you remember?
I was about to check on the chicken, and I thought I heard something at the door, and I turned around, and I got really dizzy, and then the world just sort of turned upside down, and then I woke up here with you.
Okay. You had a seizure, huh? Gus, can you give me a hand? We're gonna take her up to her room.
Oh, hey, it's you again.
Yes.
How are you doing? Did you have a good prom?
No, not at all.
Nice dress.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Hey, do you see anything?
Did I see anything?
Gus, that's a broad question.
You know, like when you had that, did you see anything?
She gets a look in her eye for a second, but then she shakes her head.
You got a look in your eye for a second. I'll take that as a win. Here, let's get you to your room.
Gus gets her shoulders, I get her legs because I know she's not gonna be able to move for a split second.
Yeah.
And we take her upstairs.
I tell her everything that happened at the prom. And I threw a table.
It's amazing.
Right?
You guys had a wacky prom. That's very interesting.
I would define wacky as more like clowns and bright colors. This was more eldritch horror prom.
All right, Gus. I'll take it from here if you don't mind.
Oh, got it.
Thanks, man.
I walk away.
Your friend is really weird. Like, seriously weird.
Yeah, he had some really bad punch. Just try to get some sleep. and I'll see you in the morning, alright?
Oh, but I'm hungry.
I'll bring you up a snack in a minute, okay?
You better.
Alright. Gotta get some sleep, turn off the light, and head downstairs. Good night.
Okay. When you get back down, the timer is beeping on the oven.
I check on the chicken.
It is not burned. It's looking good.
Huh. Surprising. Pull it out and just set it on the counter. I'm not sure if you guys still want to have dinner. I kind of think we should probably call it for tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, Atticus didn't go in. He went away like as soon as we got out of the limo. He just went home. So he's not there.
I can give you guys a ride home.
Oh, thank God. Okay, yes, absolutely. That's totally fine with me.
Can I get some to go?
Sure. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Same here. Me too.
It's alright. He packs up two containers each and brings them up to the car. Brings a plate up to Ange, just sets it by her bed in case if she wants to eat something when she wakes up.
It's a lot of food. What is it?
Chicken carbonara.
What kind of chicken carbonara goes in the oven? What in the Caucasian is going on here?
Look, Atticus, look at the consistency of it.
Atticus is not here. That's David. That's David.
It's a family recipe, alright?
I just hear Atticus in
My
my
dad
head.
came
Hey,
up
look,
with it.
Look, your oven carbonara looks great. It's wet. It's beefy. I see all the carrots.
Beefy?
Wait, that's not carrots. But I don't know what carbonara is, man. I'm just trying to not be a dick, okay? I gotta go.
It's alright, man. Let's go. Come on.
Hey, wait, could you stop at Taco Bell first?
Dude, you have like 2 packs of like carbonara right there.
But what am I gonna eat tomorrow?
I don't know. Eat one tonight, eat one tomorrow?
That's silly. I'll eat both tonight and maybe want more food.
Well then, fuck it. I'll pick you up tomorrow and we'll get Taco Bell.
Oh no, I don't want you to wake me up tomorrow. I just need it by my bed.
Fine.
Yeah, let me move my packs of carbonara so I can make room for the Taco Bell.
Roll up to the nearest drive-thru.
I'm gonna spend $30 on Taco Bell.
Oh my god. So many 5-layer beefy burritos.
Oh gosh, no! It's the Crunchwrap Supreme with potatoes. That's the
okay.
stuff right there. Yeah.
Freya, do you want anything while we're here?
Come on, Freya, think outside the bun.
Or Molly, who I'm assuming is with you.
Or yeah, Molly.
Come on, Molly, think outside the bun.
Sure. I'll get a crunch wrap with potato as well.
Fuck yes, you will. It's like you make it yourself, pretty much, by putting the potato in there. And it doesn't make your breath smell bad if you want to make out with somebody later.
Just rolling up. Does Molly want anything?
Mexican pizza.
Okay. Rolls up to the drive-thru. Just, can I get 28 Crunchwrap Supreme with loaded potatoes, a Mexican pizza, 2 beefy 5-layer burritos?
Wait. Ask them if they have the quesarito back. They get that back? Because you're gonna want to put potatoes in that as well.
Gus, I think we're good, man. I don't think it's back.
All right, you are served your $400 worth of fucking crunch wraps, and you are allowed to drive away with your Taco Bell gains.
I made sure to order on the app so I could get the custom boxes.
And then when the FBI saw somebody ordered 28 Crunchwrap Supremes, Gus's greatest fear was realized and he was put on a fucking registry. This guy has to be a terrorist. Who's eating 28 potato-filled tortillas?
I didn't pay. I don't have money.
You made
But
Clark
you used
do
your app. You said
My pal
You're on a
paid
registry.
using my app.
Also, it's definitely not the meals. It's just the a la carte. So it's just the crunch wraps, which is like,
Look, I'm looking into the camera and I'm saying this just in case the universe wants to.
this is an
sponsor me.
audio podcast, all right?
I know.
What was that voice? I'm Gus talking in a car to Clark, looking at the camera, making a Taco Bell sponsorship.
He's gonna spend a fate point to break the fourth wall and look at the camera to do this sponsors.
I would like to spend a fate point to Liv Moss.
This is bad. This is a bad time. I'm sorry, Sarah. We're off
I'm so
the rails.
sorry.
Gus passes out in the backseat.
Extreme Taco Bell content.
Did they get a discount for our prom was ruined? Give us tacos.
I mean, we're still in the suits, so who knows?
Oh my god, I forgot that y'all rolled up in there in legendary dresses and rented tuxedos on top of this insanity.
Damn right.
Yeah, you got a 17-year-old Kate Blanchett in a dashing suit next to a woman in an armor dress, looking like she walked out of the Met. And Mikey and his date very to the nines.
Oh, my date's not there.
Let me get 29 Crunchwrap Supremes.
All right, so I drive them home.
Okay. Meanwhile, Aaron has been dropped off, and Chris and Olive are back at Olive's house. Olive's parents are waiting for you when you arrive, and Coach Wright speaks up. Says, "We got a call from the school, something about a fire at the gym interrupting prom."
Yeah, just one more thing. Is it okay?
Are you two all right? Are you okay?
Yeah, we're fine. We weren't in the thick of it or anything. We were able to get out without any trouble.
Yes, the vice principal had everybody moving very calmly and orderly. Is it okay if Chris hangs out for a little while?
Yeah, Chris, you want us to call your parents? You can stay here tonight if you like. We got a game tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're right. We got a game tomorrow. Be easier just go with you.
Yeah, I hear the police are looking for the hooligans that did up the prom. Probably some kids from a nearby town looking to cause trouble. So they'll take care of that. I'm sorry you guys didn't get your full experience.
We got another one next year, right?
Olive's mom's like, yeah, they've got another one yesterday. They'll be fine. And they walked off towards the door together, just sort of sniping at each other just a little bit. But they leave you to yourselves.
Yeah, Olive looks at Chris and she's calmed down from it all, but she's definitely got that over it, kind of like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm gonna go change. Do you want to? I mean, you want to order some pizza or something?
The only thing on my mind right now is taking a shower because I am covered in tentacle goop.
Yeah.
And this suit is strangling me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's the shower downstairs.
Cool.
You left stuff here, right? Like,
yeah, I got like the basics, change of clothes, stuff like that here, in case need to go with coach to a game or something like this happens, So I guess it's good luck.
yeah. Cool. Well, yeah. I'm gonna go and same. Yeah, same. I just can't get over tonight. She kind of glances for her parents again and then says very quietly, I mean, at least the goo is covering the weed?
Yeah, I had not considered that. I appreciate your ability to find a silver lining to this goopy situation.
Yeah. Listen, that's about all I got. So
All right, I'll go get cleaned up, and we'll order something and watch some anime, chill out, decompress, veg out without drugs.
right, we don't need drugs.
Yeah,
We can have fun with our anime.
exactly.
She says it about that tone too. Like she's just like, I know, I'm a nerd. Like, great. No, so yeah, she kind of smiles but she heads upstairs and just fully deconstructs everything and ends up back in something cozy like jogger pants and a hoodie before heading back downstairs, kind of very carefully, like just listening. She's like, I really don't need to add on walking in on the boy I have a crush on freshly out of a shower on top of everything. So she's like really being careful about timing.
Yeah, I think Chris might be done actually by the time you are, because he takes like just fast like high school athlete showers, right? Where it's done in like 30 seconds.
You got that 3-in-1 shampoo. It just
Yeah, just dumps it on his head, lets it all flow down. He's good.
I'm so clean. This is absolutely healthy for all of the parts of my body.
And I think post shower, he's like visibly no longer covered in goop, not in this like uncomfortable suit, kind of back in like familiar territory a bit, like a lot more calm. Yeah, thanks for letting me crash. I'm surprised your dad's cool with it, considering we went to prom together, but I mean, I'll take it. I'm happy to not go home.
To be honest, I don't think he fully understands that we went to prom together. And also, I think he likes you more than me. And that's the first time she has ever said that out loud. But again, she's so over it that she's just like, so you could just live here. I think that my dad would be fine with that, to be honest.
That's not great. I'm gonna have to deconstruct, unpack that a little bit, but I'm deciding right now intentionally not to do that tonight.
Good call. What sounds good? Do you want pizza? What do you want? Pizza? I don't know.
Yeah, I think some pizza, light cheese, meat lovers, extra meat is typically what I go for.
Cool. She like pulls up her phone and like just does all of the everythings.
What happened to the team? It's like we got into the limo and everyone just fucking fell apart. I was drugged down into the depths of the lake and nearly died. Compared to that, like a tentacle monster is nothing. We were brought to a strange realm beyond time with these things calling themselves fairies. Why is it a tentacle thing broke the team? What? I feel like I'm losing my mind because they're losing their minds.
Weirdly, I don't think it was the tentacle monster's fault. It might have just been prom.
You a tentacle monster apologist, or?
No, I didn't throw it. I created a Molotov cocktail. I didn't even know
That was
knew how to
dope
do
as
that.
hell, by the way.
Thanks. I'm having to deal with, I don't know where that came from, honestly. I kind of panicked and blacked out, but no, I mean, like, God, Atticus and Gus, like, that's such a weird, like, Gus was amazing, by the way, but like I feel awful
Right?
for never even seeing that part of them. I don't know what to say, and I feel like an awful person because, like, now it makes sense. Like, there's so many things make sense, and I should have seen it.
Really?
Okay, Hilda, he's a tiny blonde lady in his dreams.
And I'm a cat, but like,
But you like that game, like that, like
it's a great game.
it's a great game. I say placatingly. No, just no, but I don't know.
You think it was it just like having that symbol of normalcy taken away from us? Is that what you're positing here? Sorry, that's the wrong character. I need to switch my vocab real quick.
Who is this man?
Who is this man? Chris suddenly gets real, like, philosophical.
Chris read one book.
He
and
read
is-
one book.
He has a little bit of a contact high, and that's what happens.
Chris went to one session of therapy and has now added unpacked, deconstruct into his vocabulary.
Right. You think it's like, I mean, prom's like one of the high school things. It's like a big moment. Do you think that, are you saying that's like, we were gonna have that and was taken away from us?
I don't know. I think it's just kind of how we all deal with things. Because, like, I mean, you and me, we talked about it when we were there. It's like, let's just be normal. Like, let's not think about it. Like, we kind of had that reaction
Yeah.
at the beginning. And I know why you have your reactions to what was going on with the drugs and everything. I don't feel the same way as you, but, like, I don't want to do them. That's not my thing. But I also don't agree with how they were treating you about it, because your reasons are super valid for not wanting to partake in any of that. And
Thank you.
they were, listen, it's raw dog. It's raw dog. You and I were the only ones outside of that place. And they were all perfectly cool going into this place that smelled awful. I think it's just that. I think they were, maybe, I don't even know what they were thinking, but, you know, it's like reacting to it and wanting to be as like, oh, well, we're teenagers and we're normal, and like, this is us being normal, so let's go and do all that stuff. And I don't know. Again, I don't care about what everyone was doing. I just didn't appreciate people not respecting each other's choices.
I think you're right. I get that it's a lot, and I get that everyone kind of deals with it in their own way, but we gotta respect each other. We're a team, right? Don't win games sitting in the goalie box by yourself.
Listen, I kind of only half pay attention to games, but I'm assuming that that's a correct thing that you're saying, but I get where you're going. Yeah.
Well, I know next to nothing about anime, except for, I think I know about as much about anime as you know about lacrosse. So I'm up for watching whatever you recommend. I'm going to go in with an open mind.
Okay. I've been thinking really, really hard about this because I want to set you up for success, okay?
Got it.
So I'm going to show you something that I really think you're going to enjoy.
Okay.
It's a sport anime.
Okay. Interesting. They have anime about sports?
They have anime about literally everything. It's
Okay.
crazy. So, okay. So, here you go. I'm going to end. She goes Crunchyroll. looking at Crunchyroll for some sponsorship. Here you go. And yeah, puts on Haikyuu and just like kind of just settles in and does that thing where really she's just watching the person watching the thing. She's like, I'm gonna watch, but I'm just like, I'm giving him the side eye to be like, what does he think? Goes up, grabs pizza, comes back down, completely like, let's go.
Yeah, and I think with his current mind state and like looking for that sort of escapism, he is completely engrossed, and it's like the best thing he's watched, even though like it's maybe not actually the best thing he's watched because of the circumstances around it. He's like, this is exactly what I need. I'm gonna shut down my brain. I'm gonna watch some volleyball action flick.
Right? Who knew that volleyball could be this good? Like, this is it shouldn't be this dramatic.
And yeah, I think as we're like sitting together on the couch, Chris is going to like do the awkward like testing the waters of the rumors that he has heard, and he's going to do the classic like yawn up and around trick and rest his arm around Olive. He thinks he's being the subtlest, like coolest, like
Wild noises.
Yeah. Just all old man noises.
All right. Yeah, Olive would freeze with the mindset of like, this is a mistake. He didn't like. I think at some point she just kind of goes, fuck it, and she like kind of leans into him a little bit.
Fuck it, we ball. He goes no further, having like immediate panic when Olive doesn't react, like, oh shit.
I think the longer it goes, the more she just kind of relaxes into it and does just kind of leans in, and we'll start like doing that really awful thing that I 100% do, which is I'll be like, so you know that the voice actor, the person that's talking right now, actually did like a bunch of these characters, and it was in this video game too. Like, just IMDbing it the whole time, like absolute the worst. I hate that person, and that person is me. So.
Oh, that's really you don't like just all of those characters the same person. That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's some like there's this one female voice actor who like is dude. Did you know that Bart Simpson's actually a girl, like a woman does
what?
Bart Simpson? Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like actually relax enough to now be as nerdy as she is. Eating pizza with fighting in the just ignoring any kind of noise from happening anywhere else in the house.
As is your habit, yes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll fade off on that scene. Does anyone have anything else that they'd like to cover for the night?
I think Atticus goes home, and he's been so he finished the one he was working on a painting of Freya as the mother of ravens, and he was going to do sort of like as a series, right? His new friend group.
Right.
And I think he was working on Chris's prior to tonight, and I think he goes home and covers it in gesso, and then sketches out Gus in their new dress on the canvas, because the gesso will dry really quickly. So he gets out a like a piece of carbon or whatever and sketches that out, and then probably just goes to sleep.
Everyone gets to bed after this disastrous prom.
Yeah, can we do a scene where Chris calls Atticus in the morning for a workout?
Let's do that. The morning comes, and what happens first?
Chris wakes up bright and early, does alarm, downs his caffeine pills, gets his his creatine going, and make sure to get nice and hydrated. Calls up. Well, actually, no. I think he wouldn't call. I think he'd text Atticus like, "Workout?" Bicep.
I think Atticus just texts back, not today, but I'm sure we'll get together later to talk about what happened last night. Got to figure out where the tentacle monster came from. See you then.
Sure. See you then, bro. Fist.
No emojis.
Uh-oh. Downgraded to no emojis.
Yep. I think Chris is aware of that nuance somewhat, but doesn't put too much weight to it.
Yeah, I don't think it was like hostile, but I think it was clear like there's a shift in dynamic.
Yeah.
But I think it was intentionally sort of like non-hostile.
Yep.
Not outright antagonistic.
You get up and do your morning routine.
Yeah, I think Atticus goes, and he's integrated, even if he's not necessarily going to be doing it with Chris. Working out has become an important part of his day, important to him for many reasons. So he's very into like body weight workout. So he does a lot of push-ups, pull-ups, and that kind of thing. And he likes to ride a bike because he is very into the idea of being low impact on his knees. Because he read one article and now just doesn't want to run. It felt like a good excuse to him. Yeah, and then he probably comes back, makes his own little routine of his matcha latte, and now using almond milk because Chris told him that oat milk's is not good on the macros. That almond milk's a little bit better. And then he probably hits the group chat up, knowing that him and Chris are the ones that probably wake up the earliest, saying, "Hey, we should probably get together sometime, figure out what's going on." I think he just says that. Like, we should probably talk about it. People might be new targets? ?
Yeah, Olive would text back because she's up because there's noise happening in the house, and if there's a game, they're getting ready to go to a game and do all this stuff. So she would text back, absolutely, where should we go? Because we don't have the game store anymore.
I think at this point, Clark definitely wakes up to the feeling of like a buzz on his face because he definitely fell asleep with his phone on last night. Just like, fuck. Just looking at the text messages. Does he just see the group chat or does he see anybody else?
Group chat.
Just text back, I guess the diner? ? Does that sound alright to you guys?
I think Atticus texts back in the group, like, too public. Maybe that abandoned shack after the game. No, not the one with raw dogs, the one at the school. There's the sparkle. No, Olive, I understand you've made clear we can't see raw dog again. No, yeah, he's talking about the sports one
The
at
sports
the school.
shed. Yeah.
That's like the first place we went. And then I think Atticus also texts Gus separately and says, "Hey, is it cool if I head over? I'll bring over 14 crunchwrap Supremes. I can't do 28 all the time, but I know you like them a lot. Just want to chat." That's obviously separately.
Oh, Gus doesn't wake up till like 3 p.m.
Yeah. Whenever he sees it, I mean, I don't know if he wants to respond.
He'll wake up at 3. He'll look at his phone and then look at the ground where he has like 13 Crunchwrap Supremes like meticulously laid out, with sticky notes on them and which order to eat them. And it's color coded too. It goes from like bright red to yellow to it's like very like the color spectrum to know like later in the day these are gonna be kind of gross but bring me comfort. And I open a red hot one and I put my Diablo sauce on it and I'll respond, "Yeah, come over. I could always use more."
Sweet. See you in an hour?
Sure. He lays back in his bed and like puts on. He has a projector that like goes against the wall and like hooks his like shitty computer up to it and starts playing Netflix. Doesn't respond to the group text because he didn't see that, but rocking and rolling.
Well, before 3:30 happens, there will be a game happening. A game of lacrosse.
Ooh.
A big lacrosse game.
Go Fire Drakes, go Fire Drakes, go!
We move now to the lacrosse game, which is you had to be driven into the city. In the bus on the way there, you look at your fellow students who have, also experienced a busted prom, who have been going through what everyone's been going through in this town for a while, and you don't see much behind their eyes. And you start to think about it. Give me an empathy roll, Chris.
All right. That is a fair.
Fair. It just feels familiar. Like it feels like they're obviously down, but they're just like everybody else. Everybody's struggling right now. So
Just this town right now.
yeah. And you get to the school where the match is being held. You get up there and you start to play the game, and immediately you see that their heart is not in it. They're going through the motions. Everyone but you on that field, on your side of the field anyway, just doing what they have to get through it, and they're not spirited in it at all.
I think halftime comes around, and as we're all sitting, taking our halftime break here, Chris kind of rallies everyone around. Look, I know prom sucked a lot. I know things in our town suck a lot right now, but just like Coach always says, we gotta leave that stuff behind when we come on the field, right? We can't bring those types of emotions onto the field. On the field, all that's here is us, this game, lacrosse, right? This is a moment where we can step away from all that terrible shit and have an easy, simple goal, an easy, simple idea, what's right, what's wrong, how we do it, how we succeed, and clear steps to get there. I know it's not awesome, but we are doing so well this year that if we push, we can make it to state. We can make it further than state. Our team is possibly the best in Fire Drake history. And what I'm seeing out there on the field right now isn't. What I'm seeing out on the field right now are a bunch of people who are bringing the outside world in, letting that muddy their fun, letting that muddy their escape. I need y'all with me for this game, right? Fire Drakes, we gotta stick together. First half, we're down. We're not looking good. But we can bring it back, okay? We're not so far down that we're not gonna win. So I need you to fight with me, okay?
Make a rapport roll. See how that goes over with.
Yeah, guess who doesn't have any points in rapport? Alright, so that's a +1, which would bring it up to an average, right? And then I can invoke a scene aspect to bring it up to a good?
Yeah.
I think that's the play. I'm gonna invoke Go Fire Drakes.
So they were looking around at each other, and you've sort of shamed them a little bit into paying more attention to themselves and to what they're doing. So we're going to go through the second half, and you're going to make an athletics roll. And since you did good on that, you're going to get a chance to win.
Okay.
If you can get a great on your athletics roll, then you can do well, but not necessarily win. If you get a superb, you take it.
All right. So this is a flat 0 on my roll, but I have a superb in athletics, and this is everything. We gotta put everything on the line here. So I'm gonna burn another fate point to invoke everything is on the line to bring that up from a superb to an epic.
With your words in their hearts, your team go out onto the field during the second half, and they look at those schmucks from Martha's Vineyard, and they absolutely go after them with their lacrosse sticks high, making all sorts of trick shots into the goals, keeping them away from you. You barely have to do anything. That is how good your team plays. And when the final whistle is blown, your team has come in as the solid winner. Fire Drakes are moving on.
Go Fire Drakes! Woo!
They're picking you up, carrying you around.
I think at some point, either during the game or before, because I don't know that Olive would have traveled. If it's a home game, she'll go, but I don't think she probably traveled to an away game. I believe she would have sent like a GIF or something from the anime from Haikyuu of like saying, "You got this, Captain." So that's waiting for him on his phone after the game.
Sends back bicep fists.
Did you win?
Yeah, we crushed it.
Awesome. You are taken back. They even stop and get you Taco Bell on the way back.
Can I get 28 Crunchwrap Supremes?
With potatoes.
The future Lantern Cove historians will say that it was the attempted sponsorship at Taco Bell in episode 12 that really marked the demarcation of when Lantern Cove went from indie to a commercial production.
What else you folks doing during the day before the afternoon comes along? Anything interesting that I ought to know about?
Checking in on Angie.
Yeah, Angie is doing good, and she is very adamant that you not tell your mom about her falling down. Because, quote, she'll only want to take me to a stupid hospital so they run stupid tests and tell me nothing, just like always, and I don't want to do that.
That just makes me wonder how many times this has happened and you haven't told me. But okay. I'll tell Mom. And after that, he kind of sends a text to Ash, seeing how she's doing. She got home okay.
You get a text back that says, "What the fuck happened last night?" Give me a quick empathy roll, actually.
That's an average.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird response.
He just sends back, "What do you mean? You mean about like the fire? Or the vandals? Or what?" Question mark, send back.
In all caps, Ashley came back crying. "What did you do? I'm gonna kill you."
I'm sorry, who is this?
This is her brother, dumb shit. Now, what did you do?
I'm not sure what you mean. I didn't do anything. We went to prom. Stupid shit went down. I checked on her afterwards to see if she was okay. And she wanted to go home with your mom. That all that happened. That's what she told me. Is she okay?
Still, all caps. No, she's not fucking okay. She was crying last night, and now she won't stop sleeping.
Okay.
She was touched by the tentacle, right?
I thought she made it out.
There were some tentacles that we didn't see.
We don't know that one.
Yeah, we speculated she did.
Probably a good guess.
I'm on my way over. I know I'm gonna get my ass tempted to get beat, but I gotta check on her. I'm not gonna risk anything. I let Angie know I'm gonna be out for a bit, and I head over. I text the group chat. I think Ashley got touched by one of the tentacles. Her brother says that she was crying and that she has been sleeping all day. I'm heading over there. If you don't see me later, Gus can have baby.
I thought the van's name was Beauty.
That's what I meant to say.
Atticus texts the group first. We need to find out if the same thing's happening to everybody else that we know was touched by a tentacle. Also, what do you mean if you don't come back? In all caps.
We know that Jess wasn't touched because we saw that happen, but I know that Olive didn't see anything else because she was a little bit busy. So, at Atticus, I think Atticus was a little too inebriated and gone to share that information after the fact.
To what information?
You saw Aaron. You saw my friend and Dustin get touched.
So I'll put it in the group chat then, and say, like, I know I saw Dustin get touched. Did anybody else see anybody else?
Jess almost got touched, but I stopped the tentacle first.
Do we know if she's okay? Or if anybody else was touched?
I'll shoot Jess a text.
And then when Gus doesn't answer, I'll tell him, hey, I'll just like call him and be like, hey, do you have any contact information for that Dustin kid?
Oh, hey, you get a text back after the text I sent you. Just heard your voicemail. Yeah, here's Dustin's stuff. And I send it to you.
Okay. No, like, you need to contact it. It's going to be weird if a stranger tries to contact him. He texts back. Please contact him and see if he's okay. I know you don't check the group chat. Please just find out if he's okay.
Let me check the group chat. Check the group chat. Think it's a good idea to meet. We'll contact whatever his name is.
Okay, by the way, I'm heading over. They weren't ready to make 14 Crunchwrap Supremes at 3:30 p.m. They said the night shift usually gets this kind of order.
No, that makes sense.
I think that Olive will actually just call Aaron's house just in case and pull it off like, oh, like I tried to call Aaron and it didn't work or something. Just if everything's fine, like, she's got a backup plan, but she wants to make sure she gets somebody who's had eyes on Aaron. So, yeah, she calls the house.
So you give them a call, and Aaron's dad picks up. He says, hello?
Hi, it's Olive. I was trying to get a hold of Aaron, but her phone wasn't, I don't know, it could be my phone, or I don't know, it just wasn't working. Is she around? Is she good?
Oh, yeah, I'll go get her. Lays the phone down, you hear him walking away. A few minutes later, you hear the phone picked up, and Aaron's on the other end of the line, and she says, hey, Olive, what's up with your phone?
I don't know. It just wasn't working. Are you good? I just wanted to, last night was so awful, and so just awful. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I had some leftovers when I got home, so I was taken care of. I'm all good. Just, man, we just can't catch a break in this town.
God, just more reasons to leave. Okay. Well, here, listen. I'll try you on your cell phone. Hey, listen, if I'm honest, I just had this really weird feeling, and I just wanted to check on you. Last night was so weird.
Last night was weird, and looking back on it, I regret that I didn't swipe any of the weed.
Listen, I don't partake, but I can pretty much guarantee that that won't be a problem if you need something, okay?
Gotcha.
They love to share.
Oh, hi, Dad. No, we were talking about weeds.
Yeah, we're weeding. Weeding.
Yeah, we're gonna weed her garden together. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot we're on a house phone. That's weird. Okay, I'm about to ask you something so random and like just go with me. It just goes with the theme of like how weird the last 48 hours have been. Did you like have any like weird dreams or anything last night, or I don't know?
I mean, I don't remember much. Did you have weird dreams? I feel like I might have dreamed about the fire. I think I remember smoke. So, you know,
Okay, so like I kind of had this dream where there was this like really like it's so awful, but this like really gross like fish smell, like dead, you know, like down when like there's like the like a dead fish smell. Did you have anything like that? I know it's awful.
gross. No, nothing like that.
All right. Well, okay. Well, my dad's at that lacrosse game against Martha's Vineyard. So lame. But we should hang out sometime. I gotta meet up with the group later, but seriously, like just text me sometime. You know, we need to like hang out. Oh my god, you wouldn't believe. I actually like introduced I introduced Chris to Haikyuu and he like really liked it.
Oh my god! Of course he liked it. It's Haikyuu.
I mean, of course he did, but like he liked and like he actually like wants to watch more. I'm just my brain.
We got another one.
We did, and okay, I am reading too much into this. He put his arm on the back of the couch, kind of like around my shoulders. Does that mean anything?
I mean, it's not something that I'd do with someone who was just a friend.
Okay, I shouldn't have talked about that because now I can't process that. So, anyway, I gotta go. You tell me if you feel weird, okay? Because again, I'm sorry, I'm just having this weird, like, I think I'm just paranoid, but like, just tell me if you start feeling weird.
Hey, no problem. I'll give you a text if anything weird happens to me. Okay.
Okay, good. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. And she texts, nothing. Erin was awake. Said she might have had a dream about smoke, but there was a fire in the gym. So, I don't know, question mark?
Meanwhile, Clark has arrived at the house next door where Ashley lives.
He just rings the doorbell excessively, like, open the door, Flint, come on.
And Ashley's brother, Flint, opens the door. He is dressed in a t-shirt and a pair of boxers.
Didn't even get grass news. Knew Clark was coming.
Just looks down. Dude, you know there's a thing called pants? It's really recent. It's not too recent of an invention. Look it up. Please let me in.
Shaming a man in his own home for not wearing pants? What a monster.
Dude knew I was coming over.
He says, "Shut the fuck up. What happened? What went down at that prom?"
Dude, you weren't there? I thought you were going with somebody.
No, I didn't go to your stupid prom.
It's your stupid prom too?
Well,
Doesn't fucking matter, dude. There was a fire. Some vandals messed up the place a good bit. We all got evacuated. Like I told you.
and you didn't do anything. untoward?
No, I didn't do anything untoward. Please just fucking let me in.
Look, if I find out that you did something untoward,
Then you can kick my ass then. I'm just worried about my girlfriend, please.
his eyes narrow when you say that.
Yeah, bit his own tongue for a split second there, like, don't think she told him. Just thinking that in his head,
He stands, his legs spread across the doorway, his arms crossed in front of him. The fuck you think you got a right to come in to my house and talk to my sister?
because I'm an older brother too. And I know what it's like to care for your sister. And I care about Angie. And I care about Ashley. So if you'd give a damn about Ashley too, then fucking let me in, please.
Give me a rapport.
Can I use my rapport from my alter ego?
If you spend a fate point, you sure can.
Absolutely. The dice are just not in my favor today. That's a mediocre, and Arachna Guy's rapport is good.
Can you use an additional fate point to reroll?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Those two cancel out, so it's a good.
Okay. Good is good enough. His expression softens a little bit, and he says, if I find out anything, and he steps aside.
If you find out anything, then I wouldn't blame you. And he walks to her room, or wait. Yeah, no, asks him where her room is. Because I'm almost certain that he does not know.
No. He shows you up to the room, and he knocks on her door and says, Ash, come on, wake up. Your friend's here. You can hear her mumble something from behind the door. Okay, go in. Walks off.
He walks in. Hey.
She's sitting up in her bed. Her room is very purple. She's got a lot of purple accents around her room. She's got like a rack where she's got stuffies that she no longer sleeps with, but she doesn't want to give up. She's got it's a sweet teenager's room, and she's sitting there on the bed, and she says, "Hey, hell of a night, huh?"
Yeah, and morning, and afternoon. You okay?
It's just one thing after another, and I feel like, after people were getting killed and just like had a chance to catch our breaths, and then more stuff started happening, and I was just thinking about it last night, and I just couldn't handle it, Losing junior prom was the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't know what's going on, but I used to be I'm talking like I'm like 20, 30 years old. No, before last night, I used to just not think about my future very much. But now I have a goal, and it's to get the fuck out of this town.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's most of our class right now. Granted, it was my goal since I got here, but it's kind of changed recently.
It's a pretty good goal, and I support you, because this shit is bananas.
Yes.
What brought you over?
Well, for starters, I mean, nothing new, but your brother kind of threatened to beat my ass.
Jesus, Flynn.
Don't. It's fine. I understand. I completely understand why he was worried. Scared the shit out of them this morning. You know that?
Look, I am 17. I get to be emotional sometimes.
No, absolutely.
I have hormones, okay?
He just kind of like awkwardly stands there, looks around the room, sees the stuff, he's kind of chuckles to himself for a split second. Do you have any weird dreams last night?
No, I was out like a light last night. I don't remember anything after I lay down.
I hear you, me neither. A couple of friends of mine did though.
Oh yeah, having weird ass dreams after the fire and
Yeah. Had one hell of a night after that.
no surprise. Well, I'm glad that your ass is unbeaten.
You and me both. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah. Let's hang out soon. You know, like after school.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Cool.
Alright, let's get to it. See ya.
Thanks, Claire. You're a good guy.
Glad to hear it. And walks out with just like kind of like that mumbling, talking to himself. Glad to hear it, fucking idiot. Walks out, slowly tiptoeing past the couch that he's sitting on in the corner. She's alright. Nice heart boxers, bye. Just walks out.
Yeah, you can tell he was saying something, but it was blotted out by the closing door. So you'll never know what his attempt at a rebuke was. All right, moving on to Atticus visiting Gus.
Like a DoorDash driver on a bike. Because Atticus drives around a bike now instead of his scooter.
Moving up in the world.
It's about impact.
Yep, exactly. Chris told him it's really bad for his knees. And it's also bad for the muscle development in his legs because he was essentially overdeveloping his right leg quads while not balancing that out with the hip and core strength on his left side. So that's why he was all kind of lopsided. So anyways, he's riding a bike now. He's taking his rapidly cooling 14 Crunchwrap Supremes and comes up to the door and knocks.
Gus is in one of the shirts that you gave him and just his boxers.
One of the
And
four
he-
shirts.
Yeah, one of the 4 shirts. Yeah. And he opens the door, and like to your left, you see like there's a little like sitting area, and like the TV is on like soap operas. There's a little old woman sitting on the couch. He's like, "It's Saturday, Nanny's here. Come on in."
Yeah. We met the one time, or twice, I think. The first time we were here, Nanny was here, and then when we built that thing, we also had to sneak past Nanny.
It's fine. She can't hear us right now. Her stories are on. It's like really cliche.
Yeah, no, I get it. Cool.
Holy
here's
shit!
your
Wait, no, hey,
food.
I didn't even. Thanks. I thought you said you couldn't get those. That's impressive.
No, I couldn't
like
get-
the initiative.
I can't afford, honestly, to bring you 28 Crunchwrap Supremes every time I come to visit. This is kind of what I could spare right now. I'm gonna have to shoplift some paint supplies later in the week, but it's fine.
Dope. Here, come. Well, we gotta go to my room. I'm in the middle of my stories.
Yeah, let's go. Do we go to the basement or your room?
No, my room. Basement's different than room.
Yeah, okay. Atticus gets, once he realizes they're not going to the basement, he gets like a little bit like, no, focus on what you came for. Focus on what you came for. And he just follows you to the room.
Well, Gus is gonna go into his room and get under his covers into his bed, and then open up another Crunchwrap Supreme off of the floor. Well, you see they're all labeled, but he like will keep the ones in the bags and in the bag that you gave him. He like puts it on his nightstand. It's like a bare room.
Yeah, whatever little bit of gay panic that flooded Atticus on the way to Gus's room, that moment is completely gone as he sees the Crunchwrap Supremes and like the food in bed. He's like, okay, now this is why I'm here. Hey man, I just wanted to like clear some stuff up outside of the group. I feel like things have been a little weird for like a month now or whatever. And I just wanted to maybe like apologize if I've made things weird. I think like sometimes what was happening was some like part of what happened is I actually have a ton of respect for you and am probably jealous of the way you carry yourself and live your life. And maybe some of that came across as like cruel to try to like tear you down, and then other part of it manifested in like a weird, not weird, maybe weird for you because I was fixated. But I think even if you were to reciprocate or whatever, I'm just like not really in a place for that. And I just wanted to say and offer a peace offering to essentially say I don't want things to be weird between us anymore. And I just like kind of want to hang out more because building that weird clock maybe bomb thing was the most alive and fun I've had in my whole life. And if I have to, if like whatever I can do to have more of that, I want to do. And if I can stop making you uncomfortable by like being more Gus about confronting you about it and speaking in a way that you understand, then I want to try to do that. Essentially what I'm saying is I need to work on myself, and I really want to be your friend because I think you're good for me in my life as a friend.
Okay, cool. Do you want to sit in the chair over there and watch Heartstopper?
Yeah, I would really like to sit down. I was hoping you were going to ask me, so I've just been standing here awkwardly. Thank you.
Yeah, no,
I'm saying thank you. Thanks. What's Heartstopper?
Oh, it's a Netflix TV show. Hey, I was told by one of my friends that the first episode, the best episode is not the first episode. It's the one that I'm on and like also in the middle of it. So we're just gonna start there. Sorry.
All right. I'll just quietly Google what's happened before this.
That's cool. Don't spoil it.
Also, I'll keep an eye out on the group chat because I know you don't check.
Oh, hey, Atticus.
What's up?
I have 14 extra Crunchwrap Supremes. Do you want one?
I would really like a crunch. I'm so hungry.
There you go. Hey, crack one open, and I toss one to you like a frisbee.
Thanks. I don't really get to eat at home on Saturdays, so.
You don't get to eat at home on Saturday?
Well, no, I just like don't like to go home. You know.
Oh. So, see, mine is because we don't have enough food, but I get it. Don't have money for food, but we got a basement. I don't know what those adults are doing. It's hard.
Hey, you have a whole workshop down there.
I know. It's like they prioritize my happiness before material needs, and it like really.
Yeah, there was
gets to me
legitimately like
sometimes.
$3,000 worth of engineering equipment in that garage.
Right?
It was wild.
Like it's expensive stuff that doesn't go over my head. It's a lot of work that they put in as a community to help raise me, and
I mean that's awesome.
so that I'll go off and do better things.
But you're also 6'10", so you probably eat like your food bill's got to be a lot, right?
So much.
You eat 14 Crunchwrap Supremes in a setting.
I eat 28 in a sitting. Thank you very much. I just have to do half right now, otherwise I will throw up.
Well, that's not one sitting. It's sittings. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm done. I'll watch your show.
No, I get it. I have a headache. Ugh.
And then I think we sit there awkwardly.
And we really do. We just sit there awkwardly. I don't say anything. I don't offer water or anything. I give him one Crunchwrap Supreme that I threw to him like a frisbee. And I will sit there until he reminds me of Dustin or the group.
Yeah, I think then at halfway through he'll be like, "Hey, I don't mean to bother you during your show. What are those times where like on Netflix where it's clearly like commercial break, so they like say something dramatic and you hear the riser like, zoom. I'm like, hey, did you have a chance to reach out to Dustin?
I'll pause it, and then I'll call Dustin on speakerphone.
He picks up. Hey, dude, why are you calling me? What's up?
And
Atticus immediately texts the chat. I think Dustin's fine. Maybe it's just Angie.
Are you okay?
Yeah, man, I'm cool, but I'm sorry I did not think of my boon before midnight, and so I guess I missed out.
Yeah, you really did. It could have been anything. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now?
I was gonna ask that you bring that TV show House on a Hill back to syndication again.
If you will, at this moment, pledge your fealty to me, I will attempt to give you that boon. Like in a night way, like we'll take a bullet.
You want me to pledge fealty to you?
Yes, I do.
That's so fucking cool.
Right? I thought I'm watching Heartstopper right now, and it's really giving me like Night Squire vibes. Like, have you seen Merlin?
Yeah, I saw Merlin. That's it was a good show.
It's exactly like that. It's just missing a lot of the action. It's mostly just the relationship between Merlin and Arthur that everybody craves online. Of course, like you know that they're gonna fuck, but they just don't do it. And now in Heartstopper, it's like just all that, everything and they kind of like have the same like hair color and dynamic as well. They look exactly. It's pretty wild.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll watch that. It's on Netflix.
No, I don't. I think you probably have to pirate it now. It was on Sci-Fi when it was on
Oh,
the
you
air.
pirate shit? Oh, I fucking love it.
Oh, of course. I do not pay money to any corporations, mostly because I don't have a job.
Hell yeah, damn the man.
Damn the man. That's punk rock. So fealty, and I will do magic for you.
I'm gonna have to think about this, and I'm gonna have to formulate my fealty speech. So I will get back to you.
Like, I enjoy the effort, Dustin. Let me know if you have any weird dreams or see any fish people. Bye. Hang up. He's good.
So, I don't think he's good, but I don't think it was last night's fault. We should probably head out soon. So
No.
I'm just gonna go wait outside. That was weird, dude.
He's good. That boy is down bad for me. He'll do anything I say.
Yeah, it was intense. I don't know how I feel about what just happened. I need to like go outside for a second. Not even like emote like as a that felt. I don't know. Are you taking advantage of him? Did you make him your slave?
Yes, but for the greater my squire.
What is fealty? I'm not sure what fealty is.
It is you unwavering support.
That sounds so much like a slave, dude. I don't know.
But he chooses to do it.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I'm not gonna do your thing. Maybe get dressed. Don't think you can ride on the back of my bike. Maybe we'll hit up Mikey.
I could probably walk as fast as your bike.
Dude, I can go like 30 miles an hour. You're not that fast.
You can go 30 miles an hour?
On a bike? Yeah.
I really just assumed you had like a little razor scooter.
Clark sends a message into the group chat saying, Ashley's fine, Angie's okay. Neither of them had a weird dream last night, so not sure what it was about. Kind of know, but I'll explain later.
I think he just texts back. Okay, well, whenever Chris is ready, we should probably just hit up the field. Or not the field, the shack.
Where are we meeting?
At Raw Dog's house.
We're going to Raw Dog?
No, we're not gonna go see Raw Dog. I wish, dude.
We're not going to see that would have been great. I really should hit him up.
I know we need to go out and see Raw. I feel bad. What if he died over winter? I think about that a lot.
Nah, man, he couldn't have. I'm still reading his blog.
Too much magic. He's like the male version of a hag, huh? That's like his bog.
He's more like a pro wrestler. That's the kind of vibe I get from him.
I don't know where you. All right.
You have to like be in the. Wait, no, Atticus. I actually have a question.
What's up?
Where are we meeting?
Sorry. Yeah, we're meeting at the abandoned shack at the school.
Why?
I don't know, because it's remote and there's probably no bugs there. So we'll leave our phones outside. Where do you want to meet?
Well, just invite them over here. We're already here.
Okay. He sends the group chat. Gus says everybody can come over. There's enough room in the basement.
Tell them to bring food when we can have like a potluck.
Everybody bring as many Crunchwrap Supremes as you can afford, please.
No, he broke my bank yesterday. It's your turn.
I already bought 14. Anybody else that can afford Crunchwrap Supremes?
Please, someone else handle this.
I've got a big project. I need all the money for art supplies.
Gus texts. It could be things other than Gus Wrap. Gus Wrap Supreme. Gus Wrap Supreme.
Gus Wrap Supreme.
Sorry, that was a
sponsor.
Sorry, that was a typo, but I stand by it.
Great branding. Gus Wrap Supreme.
It's just a Crunchwrap Supreme, but with potatoes, and instead of the normal like hard shell taco flattened out, it's the Doritos Locos one.
That fucks.
The only Taco Bell in town knows you by your order and just they have it implemented in their
After that fucks pops up in the group chat, I'm like, oh hey Freya, I was getting a little concerned. You were very quiet today. I'm glad you're alright. I was about to try to find a raven.
Just a thumbs up, and I'll be at Gus's soon.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the basement. Maybe put pants on. Or shorts.
Okay.
Just like something. I'm fine, but I'm not sure. I feel like there are those in our group who would not appreciate you being in boxers.
Thank you.
All right, does everyone convene at Gus's?
Yeah.
Olive, being the people pleaser, brings a lot of food for people, but it's not Taco Bell.
Yes.
I think she probably just like grabs, she like swings through like pizza or something easy. It's like, what is a lot of food? Okay, fine, I'll grab. There's like a vegetarian one. There's like meat lovers with not as much cheese for Chris. There's hipster pizza. There's just all kinds, and also a shit ton of breadsticks and nacho cheese, which is her favorite. So she shows up.
Yes.
She's like, okay.
I give you the biggest hug ever. I am going to show you so many things today. Olive, you have no idea. I take the pizzas and I'm going to bring them to my room.
Wait, where are we going? Are we going down or up? You're going to your room?
I'm halfway up into my room.
Okay.
Clark shows up right after. Could somebody give me a hand with this? Pops open the back of the van. It's all the carbonara from yesterday, just packaged for like containers for everybody. Yeah, the oven carbonara with no chicken for both Atticus and Chris.
It's 2 cartons of carbonara, which is 10 packs of carbonara.
Oh
each.
yeah. I said back.
10 packs.
Gus comes down with 2 pizza slices and a Crunchwrap Supreme in the middle of them, like a sandwich. He takes a bite of that, and then, like, with the other hand, grabs as many packs of carbonara and just waddles back upstairs.
Freya shows up with 1 McDonald's apple pie and hands it to Gus.
He puts it in the sandwich.
Disgusting. He cuts open the top of his carbonara pack and shoves it in there.
Olive would also have texted, would have texted Chris and been like, "Do you need a ride? Like, I'm here, but like the wild things are happening, and I'm okay coming to get you if you need a ride."
I'm just gonna catch a ride back to your place from your dad.
Oh, yeah. Do you need a ride from our place? Because we're across town.
That would be great.
I'll meet you there.
All
Okay. Yeah. Olive's like, okay, guys, I have to go get Chris. Don't say anything interesting until I come back.
Guys, we gotta listen to Olive.
Yeah, if you don't, Chris will punch you.
She brought pizza. Chris is gonna punch her? I thought they were gonna make out or something.
Right. Bright red leaves. No context because no one knows what that means. But bright red leaves. So goes, gets Chris, comes back.
Half of the food is gone.
Oh, jeez.
Oh wow, there's still half left. This is incredible.
Chris, I saved that meat lovers for you.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Apparently Clark bought him 28 crunchwrap Supremes last night while we were watching anime. 28. But they're kind of marked in this like weird serial killer kind of way. Like, I don't understand.
Is this part of your like magic thing? The way these are organized, it's like a summoning circle or something.
Oh no, I've color coded it so that I know at what time to eat it. It represents the sun setting.
But you got them at the same time, so wouldn't they all go bad at the same time?
That's the crazier answer. I would have been more okay with a summoning circle.
No, here's the thing. I understand that Taco Bell is fast food, but it is made by humans, so there is error, right? So each of these is stuffed differently than the last one. So I have ordered it from the most stuffed, to the least stuff, but it's like a pendulum swing. So you start with the least amount of stuff, and you get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until you reach the middle of the day. You have your largest meal, and then it starts getting smaller again. It took 3 hours to organize them like this.
Do you have a scale? Oh my God.
I do have a scale. Of course I have a scale.
Can we get to a bigger room?
Oh yeah, we could go to the workshop.
Everyone's feeling whatever, decent, okay?
I'm feeling great. We won the game. I mean,
Oh, congrats, man.
yeah, it was tough. Everyone in this town is depressed.
Yeah, that's definitely what's going on with Ash right now. She's not feeling good about any of the crap that happened last night. She kind of feels like, well, honestly, she feels like how I felt when I got here. Want to get the fuck out.
I think that's probably the least of our problems. I think, honestly, last night was just a symptom of what's happening with Clark's sister. Or at least what she can see.
I'm not too sure about that. Actually, you know what's really freaking weird? Before the limo pulled up, she told me that the night before she had a dream of a dark gym, fire, and smelling fish.
Exactly. She foretold this. And she's connected to many strings of darkness, which means those strings of darkness have some sort of plan.
How do strings have a plan?
Well, when they're being controlled. Like fate.
I think the idea is who's pulling the strings has plans.
Gotcha, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, I'm
The person
there.
pulling the strings can have plans, but the strings can also have plans. The strings of fate, it's like a loom, right? Each strand means something different.
Yeah, but I don't think this is fate. This is clearly like we know for a fact the weird fairies, not weird, sorry, ethereal fairies told us that, right?
Yeah?
That's another thing. I don't think they told us everything.
No.
I'm starting. I feel crazy, but I'm starting to agree with Gus here on I don't think they told us everything, and I think they know a little bit more than what they're leading on.
Well, maybe we can't handle that though, because we're not extra dimensional beings. Wasn't Brennan go crazy because of what he was told? That's like a Eldritch Horror 101, you know?
Yeah, very Lovecraftian.
Maybe we could commune with it.
Well, yeah, that definitely won't make you crazy.
I think we shouldn't commune with the. I was reading the Lovecraft. I mean, the whole thing is like people go crazy with like the stuff that was talking to Brennan, right? But like, are the fairies the same? They're not. They're not the same thing. So is there a way to get in touch with them again? I mean, they had to come to us through Jess. So also, is Angie? Is she a puppet, or are not? I'm not saying she's the one controlling it, but like, you know, is she being controlled? Or I don't feel like that's what's happening. I feel like everybody on the other end is who's being controlled.
I think we're at a loss because we don't have any information at all.
This is just a hunch, but I think it might be that she's tangled up in some kind of web like the one that we undid the last time, and she's getting these premonitions of what might happen.
Well, we know that there is a dark entity here, connected to somebody using them as an agent. And it is perceived as a female, at least by Brennan.
Yeah, but what the hell would an eldritch horror do with a 13-year-old?
That's exactly the question we need to ask. We don't know why things are.
Well, there's also like potential, right? Maybe she doesn't want a 13-year-old. He wants someone with the potential to do whatever. It sounds like she's like some sort of medium if she's being able to learn premonitions.
Maybe she's just like picking up, you know, like maybe she's just stuck in the middle, like, and it's an accident, not an accident, nothing's an accident, but you know, like maybe it's not about.
She's a victim, not the target. She's an accidental expense
A slip in the
to
crack.
getting what they want.
Like, why are we able to do the things that we do?
So we are chosen by fairies.
Exactly. And we're a bunch of high schoolers. So why can't some middle schooler be chosen to be tangled up by a sea of dark knots?
I guess when you put it that way,
A lot of evil things prey on the young.
I think instead of speculating, we need to take steps to figure out exactly what's happening. Or at least another piece of the puzzle needs to be unlocked.
Yeah, I think what we're doing right now is not bad, though. It gives you an idea of what directions to go, you know? We at least know now.
pitching ideas
I
around.
think we've reached that wall, though. I think we need to make a decision and we need to act. Because we have resources we can use. We're not as useless as we were a few months ago.
What resources do we have?
I'm gonna go and like spread out the blueprint of that clock thing.
I don't think that's a resource. We don't even know what that does.
I agree, but it's another piece.
It's something.
We need to. I put it down and I spread it out and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get like a cork board and I'm gonna pin it up and I'm also gonna like pin up like a bunch of different like clues that we have and like kind of like take some string and like put them all together and like start like putting up a board, and I want to like see if there's like any connections like to things that maybe like we've missed.
Yeah, can I help action and we do like whoever has the best one, I guess, the like some sort of investigation to give us an idea of what's the best lead. Because Atticus's inclination right now, if I remember right, was we got through to the fairies by like reaching through Jess in a dream or something like that, right? Like Gus did some sort of spell shit.
And we went all meta.
Yeah. So I think that's Atticus's inclination. I think he would say something like that. But he's also trying. He feels like It's in line with Gus and some of the others too, that like there's just too many things we don't know. So getting it all on the board will help like picture that, right?
We haven't even talked about Freya. You got the closest to it. You got in there, or you were really close to it.
Yeah, I was in the mist around it, or whatever that was.
And then there was a portal.
Yeah,
You stabbed it with a pocket knife.
yeah, and it mangled it.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's something. It's opening portals and rifts.
Yeah.
I just wish there was somebody we could ask a question.
Does Freya still have the knife?
Shows it to you.
What does it look like?
It looks like an ordinary pocket knife, except that the blade is twisted in a very convoluted way around itself and through itself, and is no longer functional as a blade, or sort of an abstract piece of art.
Freya, like, hands it to you, and then, like, tries not to take it back. She's just like, I'm done with this object.
I think Atticus picks up the hint enough and just kind of puts it down on the bench, like as part of the evidence, though. Like next to the pile of, we probably have that next to like the blueprints. And didn't we have like something we took from Brennan's office or something like that, or did we give it all to the cops?
I think we gave it to the cops.
Okay.
The main thing about this blueprint is not what is on it, right? We don't know what that does, but who made it. It was somebody at this school.
But well, that's the thing, right? Is like we're not 100% sure about that because it could have been like fairies, right? We've all read about fairies, like a lot of shapeshifter stuff, you know?
Mhm.
That's so true. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna run upstairs and I'm gonna get a yearbook, last year's yearbook. And I'm gonna come downstairs and I'm gonna start ripping out every one of like the portrait pages. And I'm gonna put those on the cork board.
The maker's mark though was something different, right? Like it was more of like, it wasn't like initials or something. It was something a little more stylized.
Yes, it was a some sort of symbol.
I really feel that assuming it's someone in the school is a very strong assumption here when you can literally do magic.
That's what I'm doing now, and I'm putting all of like red strings to every single person's face to the blueprint, and I'm gonna take a step back and like do like the cinematographer's director hands where I like make 2 finger guns and make them into a portrait hole, and I look at the strings. Okay, give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves while I think of a rhyme.
Hey, Freya, question. So, you know, like with like, there's like an app with Google where you can do like reverse image search. If you took a picture of that mark with your phone, would you be able to like see if that shows up anywhere using Freya's much better investigation than mine? And I can give the help action.
Yeah, I can try.
See if it shows up anywhere.
Atticus also has investigation, and he says, I think better than Google probably is using like an academic source, and that's how he offers the help action to Freya by a login he stole.
See if we can find that image anywhere.
I got a great on the investigation.
On your investigation, okay.
Wait, more than that because I got 2 help actions.
Yeah.
So fantastic.
Yeah, that.
Sweet.
You sort of do a deep dive into old pagan beliefs and things like that with this because it starts matching up more with like old symbols and languages and runes and such. And you finally find a match to an unnamed goddess of abundance. That symbol looks very much like a sort of a cruder representation of what you're seeing on the blueprints.
During this search, can Atticus run a side investigation as well as we're doing this stuff to see if the shape that the knife got bent into looks like, if even something's not the same exactly, you could tell if it's the same style or like the same font. You know what I mean?
I get you. Yeah, you can do an investigation roll for that too.
Sweet. Yeah, no. I think it comes out to like a -1, but either way, like obviously.
Yeah. So yeah, you find that.
Okay, I think I've almost got it. I've just been standing there as everybody's looking at it, just like I've backed up to the edge of the room. Okay. What did you say? What did you find, Freya? Something about
An unnamed goddess.
an unnamed goddess of what?
Tentacles, probably.
Abundant.
Abundance.
Abundance of tentacles.
An abundant. Perfect. That's the word I needed. Abundance.
That feels like a really easy word to work into a rhyme.
It does. Let me. Okay. Okay, no, I got it. Strings of red, revealing small hints, finding symbols of abundance, letting the puzzle pieces start finding their placement, revealing the author of these blueprints. And I want to reach out and try to make the string that is connected to the picture of the author of these blueprints start lighting up gold. And I was wondering if instead of spending 1 fate point to cast this spell, I could use 1 to cast the spell, but also use another fate point to use Zelda's lore.
Absolutely.
Oh, hell yes. Let's do this, baby. That is a fantastic.
As you lay out the rhyme, a feeling of magic flows out of you through your voice, through your words, and the board on the wall starts to take up a violet glow, and the glow starts to center around the red strings that you've pulled up, and you feel a sort of a lassitude creep over you, as though your brain were trying to go into a dreaming state, all of you, as you watch the strings start to move around, and they're like detaching themselves from where they were and reattaching themselves to other points, and that maker's mark on the blueprints, it starts to glow and glow, and the pictures are sort of flapping around in this strange breeze that has risen up, and then it settles, and you see, to your perhaps lack of surprise, that laying over that symbol now is a picture of the counselor, Sophie Scott.
I feel so vindicated right now. Gus puffs out his chest. He's not going to say anything, but he's just going to start slow clapping.
I was gonna say that we have a lead with Sophie Scott, but I didn't want to trigger Gus.
Son of a bitch.
To be fair, Gus has been right most of the time. Gus has said the lake. Gus is the one who said we need to build this, that this is important. And now Sophie Scott.
Freya, as you're looking at your phone, see that you get an email. And when you check it, it's been a few weeks, and by this point you weren't expecting to get anything, but it's from the reporter you contacted.
Oh.
The one who did that piece in the local zine all those years ago about the group of campers who were camped out at the cove and heard the drums.
Yeah.
He says that he'd about given up in finding the photo of the campers, but he'd finally come across it while sorting through his older work. Attached to the email is, it's not the best quality photo, being a picture from his phone of an old film photo, but it's clear enough. In the photo are 4 smiling young people. A young man you don't recognize, a man who it takes a minute to figure out is a much younger Principal Gilman, a man you quickly recognize as a much younger Raw Dog, and a barely different at all Sophie Scott.
Holy shit.
And that's where we'll end our session tonight.
No!
We go see Raw Dog. Now Atticus's chest is fully puffed out.
Oh, we're gonna learn about Sophie Scott from Raw Dog. I'm so
Chris is dying inside.
Chris and Olive both look at the camera, all of the office, and just shake our heads.